Total Pro Sports presents the 10 greatest team records in NFL history. They say records are made to be broken. Well, in some cases records are broken, but some may never ever be touched. The NFL is no different. Some teams have set records that are broken rather frequently, maybe every few years or every decade. Other teams set records that we consider unbreakable and safe for the rest of mankind's time on Earth. Nobody can say for sure what records will be broken, but what we do know is that some team records are much more impressive than others. Here are the 10 greatest team records in NFL history. Number 10, New England Patriots, 16 wins. The 2007 New England Patriots became the first team to post an undefeated regular season record in a 16-game campaign. They simply destroyed most of their opponents. Tom Brady threw 50 touchdowns on the season, a record at the time. Randy Moss had 23 touchdowns, the most by a wide receiver in a season as well. The Pats flat-out dominated their opponents, and though teams like the 2011 Green Bay Packers and the 2015 Carolina Panthers posted 15-1 records, they just weren't able to match the success of the 2007 Patriots. Their 16-0 record remains impressive and rare, and it's easy to think no one will match it again. Number 9, a BEARY-AWESOME winning history. Though the Chicago Bears embarked on a lengthy Super Bowl drought that lasted over 30 years, they remain the winningest franchise in NFL history. Dating back to 1919 and as of the end of the 2015 season, the Bears franchise posted 758 wins, including playoffs. Yes, they're much older than most of the NFL franchises, but those wins don't lie. The folks of the Windy City may not have seen the most Super Bowls or NFL championships, but they've seen a lot of winning, much more than their opponents. You can't take that away from them, even if you're a Green Bay Packers fan. Number 8, Steelers' sensational 6. The Steelers' 6 Super Bowls don't match all the titles of the Montreal Canadiens, New York Yankees, or Boston Celtics have won, but the Super Bowl era is barely half a century old. The folks of the Steel City have seen Super Bowl wins by the Steel Curtain in 1974, 1975, 1978, 1979, 2005, and 2008. The Steelers, as of the 2015 season, had won 8 total AFC championships. Throughout the 70s and 2000s, they were a model NFL franchise that everyone strived to be like. Maybe 6 Super Bowls isn't the most mind-boggling state, but the team with the most simply deserves some recognition for it. The Steelers are a model of consistency. Number 7, a mile-high record. Many found it hard to think someone would score more points than the 2007 Patriots, who absolutely manhandled their opponents. Challenge accepted for Peyton Manning and his Denver Broncos in 2013. Despite having his NFL career in major jeopardy just 2 years prior, the Sheriff led an offense that scored 606 points that season, an all-time record. Manning easily won the MVP after setting the record for most touchdowns, 55, and passing yards, 5,477 in a season. However, the Broncos suffered a similar fate to the 2007 Patriots, a heartbreaking defeat in the Super Bowl. Number 6, Redskins use addition by subtraction. The Washington Redskins set an insanely awesome record in 1983. Though they lost the Super Bowl to the LA Raiders, their defense was one of the best, headlined by Dave Butts, John Riggins, Deacon Jones, Darnell Green, and Mark Murphy, among others. So what did the Redskins squad do? They had a ridiculous plus 43 turnover differential. Most teams these days are amazing enough to get into the 20s in that department. Sadly for Washington, they turned the ball over 3 times in their Super Bowl blowout loss that season. But the record stands. Number 5, 49ers, the Real Road Warriors. The San Francisco 49ers have a history like few other teams. Their 5 Super Bowls beat out most teams, just not the previously mentioned Steelers. It was during the 80s and 90s where they saw their best years. Everyone knows how home advantage makes a huge difference, thanks in large part to crowd noise. That didn't bother the 49ers, who won 18 straight road games from 1988 to 1990. To the surprise of no one, they would win the Super Bowl in 1988 and 1989. As such, they had one of the greatest dynasties in history, and it's an impressive feat enough for a modern team to go 8-0 during the regular season away from home. Number 4, Bears hang up 73. Championship games in any sport are supposed to be close, or at least not blowouts. Nothing is more depressing for fans than to see a lopsided victory when they've been so excited for a specific game. Well, football fans went through that in 1940 when the Chicago Bears faced off against the Washington Redskins. Why was this a letdown? The Bears scored 73 points, the most in the game, but it gets worse. The Redskins failed to even score 1 point, so the Bears won 73-0. Coincidentally, the Redskins came close to breaking the Bears' record for most points in a game, beating the New York Giants 72-41 in a November 1966 game. Number 3, 1 year makes a difference. The 1997 Indianapolis Colts were a laughingstock, and they ended up with Peyton Manning after taking him first overall in the 1998 NFL Draft. The first season was rough, however, as they went just 3-13. But it's okay, the sheriff knew how to make things work. The Colts would go 3-13 in 1999, having a full 10-game turnaround from the season before. The 2008 Miami Dolphins tied that record. After going a pathetic 1-15 in 2007, they rebounded to go 11-5 the following season, capturing the AFC East crown that season. Number 2, a Giants defensive stand. The New York Giants have always relied on a great defense to win championships. They won Super Bowls 42 and 46 thanks in large part to their great pass rush. The G-Men also won the league title in 1986 and 1990, thanks to the efforts from stars like Lawrence Taylor. The Giants' defense has been historically dominant. They have allowed the least amount of points in 11 different seasons. Heading into the 2016 season, they hadn't done that since 1993, but that's still a phenomenal record to hold on to over 2 decades later. And number 1, dodging and barely allowing points. We are in an era where offenses score a ton of points, thanks to the NFL transitioning to a pass-happy league. So we need to respect any great defense of any great modern time, especially the 1932 Chicago Bears and 1933 Brooklyn Dodgers. Those teams share an impressive record. They allowed the fewest touchdowns in a season. How many did they give up? Only 6. A defense is considered dominant if they hold opponents to under 3 touchdowns a game today. So that puts things into perspective how impressive this record is. What is the most impressive NFL record your favorite team has? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like this video, then please click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time to do so. We upload 7 videos a week. As always, we thank you so much for watching.